Hello, this is Ivan. I'm going to present here a short video on what I'm discovering about the Sharepoint 2010, and I will add other videos to my YouTube website for others to participate in the sharing of what I'm discovering. I went into Sharepoint 2010 with a great deal of enthusiasm that we would actually have something that we've been needing for a long time, a way to build relational databases online on a terrific platform and be able to build data-driven websites. I've been using another platform called LongJump for the last couple of years, since Sharepoint 2007 was extremely limited in what we could do in a relational database work without an extensive amount of programming. So what I've done in the last 24 hours, set up an account with a provider that has a SharePoint Foundation service where I can subscribe fairly cheaply for 50 users, and I've got it all set up, and as you can see here in this screen, I have access to my site actions. One of the things that's really wonderful about SharePoint is the new interface with the ribbon for doing design, as well as the fact that it connects to SharePoint Designer, which is a free download. Those are terrific things about it, but let me suggest to you I'm encountering some things that are discouraging. One of the things that I was doing is I was trying to import an Excel spreadsheet, and I use Firefox because I find it is more stable, more intuitive, faster loading than I have found Explorer to be. So I don't use Explorer unless I have to. Well, in the process of doing an import into SharePoint with an Excel spreadsheet that I prepared, I encountered the fact that it will not allow imports unless the browser supports ActiveX controls. As far as I know, ActiveX controls can only be enabled in Explorer, Microsoft Explorer. So I also have a session going over here, but if you try to import a list, and there is a function here where we can go import, and if I go out and create a list and call it my list for volunteers, and then we go down there and browse for the file. I've tried different formats, both a CSV file, XLS file, and they all give me the same results. So if I click OK and I insert, it comes up and says feature requires a browser that supports ActiveX. So right here already, within a few hours after trying this, I'm finding roadblocks of how the interface works with the browser, making us more and more dependent on Microsoft's tied to the desktop. Now that's okay as long as somewhat flexible. When I went over to do this same operation, and I'll switch over to Explorer. When I went over to do this same operation, let me go back and see if I can get back to where I was. Okay, so when I go in to do the same operation, when I'm in Explorer, I will go over to List, find the import spreadsheet. Okay, so I go in and do the same process of finding the file to import, same file, and then import. Now when I do it, I come up with this no-nonsense message. The specific file is not a valid spreadsheet or contains no data. This is not true. There is data in the spreadsheet. It's been formatted, set up as a table, so it's easily imported. So this is a short clip about how my experience so far. I will add more as we go along for those others who are trying to consider using SharePoint 2010 and some of the problems and good things it may have for it. So thank you for watching.